Okay, let's get serious. Okay, at the age 13, I went to the Wall Street in New York. I had on my hand $5. With that $5, I made it to millions. Okay, now I'm technically a millionaire. So I'm going to give you 5 advice how to become a rich like me. So you can take me serious because I'm wearing somewhat appear to be look like a suit. Okay, it's actually a designer clothes, by the way. It's from Gucci. Okay, it's very expensive, certainly. So let me give you some tips. Okay, I see lots of guys in the internet crying, saying, oh, the economy is bad, the tariffs, the Trump is ruining the economy, and again about the tariff, the job market is shit, we cannot find. Relax, you don't need job, don't worry about the economy. I'm going to tell you how to become that top 1% like me. Okay, here are 5 things that essential for your success. It's really, if you want to become rich, you subscribe to this channel. Please, I will leave a link in the description to my course. Okay, a little bit of scam on the way. So let me tell you the 5 things essential for a success. I'm going to tell you. Then the number 5 is a huge deal. Okay, number 5 is the biggest, most important part. So, but let me tell you, watch the video. Okay, so you want to be rich? Okay, you can click off the video if you're a broke ass motherfucker. Okay, I don't find with that. Okay, but if you want to become the rich and you have that grind alpha giga male fucking mindset, you're gonna watch this video. Okay, so let's go to number 1. What is the one thing all the rich people have? They have sneakers. That's right. If you don't have at least 7 sneakers, high expensive 7 sneakers, what are you even doing? You need at least minimum 7 sneakers for 7 days. Much better if you have 14 sneakers. I mean, I prefer to have a closet full of sneakers. That's personally me because I have money to do it, right? I'm a millionaire. But if you don't even, take a loan, okay? There are good debts and bad debts, right? Buying sneakers with a loan, even use your credit card. There are buy now, pay later stuff, right? Use that. Buy 7 sneakers. Anyhow, you need 7 sneakers. Otherwise, people will not take you seriously. Okay? You need 7 sneakers. It could be Nike. It could be Adidas. It could be Gucci. Okay? Any man who doesn't have 7 sneakers is not a real man. Okay? You need that sneakers straight from the Chinese sweatshop. Okay, if you don't have 7 sneakers, what are you even doing? Okay, you're not taking life seriously. You need to have 7 sneakers. Okay, it has to be. It's just because you have sneakers and this cheap Knockout Man and the cheapest Nike. Okay, Air Force One. Air Force One is not a sneaker. Everybody have Air Force One. You want to be different, okay? You gotta buy 7 sneakers, okay? For every day is sneaker. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. From there, you can only go up. Once you have the 7 sneakers, you should drive to get more and more sneakers. The expensive one, okay? It's really important to have a good collection of sneakers if you want to be successful. If you want to stay broke, by all means, stay broke. And the second thing, if you really are serious about being this top 1%, you need designer clothes. If you don't have money, steal. Okay, whatever means necessary, you need to have designer clothes. I'm not just talking about just sport clothes. Okay, you need to have Gucci, you need to have Balenciaga, you need to have all that stuff. This, how much this costs me? It's like fucking I don't know, because I don't know. I don't look at the prices. Okay, I see it's Balenciaga, I buy it. Okay, if you want to become a winner, you need to have designer clothes. Okay, just let's suppose you have the sneakers and you don't have the designer clothes, the people will not respect you. You need to have some designer clothes to go with the sneakers. Otherwise, you're never going to make it to top 1%. Believe me. Okay? And I understand. It's okay. If you don't have a lots of money, skip a meal or two, buy a designer clothes. Okay? Maybe, hold on that mortgage. Okay? Just don't pay up the rent or some loans you have. Hold it. The loan and the rent, it ain't gonna go anywhere. You need to buy designer clothes, otherwise you're gonna miss on life. Okay? And the third thing is action figures. This may sound stupid, but action figures have a lot of value in your status. Okay, me personally, I have 3 action figures. Okay, one is from the Witcher 3 game, the Witcher 3 game, Ciri, which has, before I'm buying the action figure Ciri, I was here. After I bought the Ciri, my status is here. Because nobody can tell me I don't have a Ciri action figure. It's very rare, by the way. And I have a Luffy from One Piece, and again Zoro from One Piece. The reason I bought 3 action figures is those 3 action figures are very expensive, just limited edition. Okay, I wish I could show you, but I'm actually in my Manhattan office right now in the building 4th floor, so I don't bring my action figures here. But you need to buy at least minimum requirement 1 action figure. So I had to cut the video mid of my recording because I had a meeting with Tim Cook. If you don't know, Tim Cook is the guy, is one CEO of one of largest company here in. So I had to talk with him, and actually while I was having the meeting with Tim Cook, I came to a realization that action figure, even though having action figure is an important thing, it's not important as having an iPhone, right? So if you have an action figure, let's say you have action figure, but how are you going to take picture of the action figure, right? You need to have the latest and greatest iPhone. So obviously I'm going to change my mind now, because people can have a different mindset, but action figure still, it's important. But having a latest iPhone, even though the color changes after a few weeks, but still it's very important to have a latest iPhone, and you have to update whenever they release a new phone. And you see, they just release a iPhone socks, right? It's just finished already. See, now you're never going to get it. It's like that, it's gone. Okay, any Apple product, whenever they release, you have to buy it, otherwise you're not going to make it. Otherwise, you see, all the millionaires, billionaires who are in the top 1%, they all have Apple product. Okay, so if you're going to make it, you have to buy every Apple product, no question about it, every Apple product. Yeah, Tim Cook is there, so it's fine. He's happy about the video. I'm not biased, by the way, just because Tim Cook is my friend. I'm not biased, but that's the thing you have to have. You have to have. There is no minimum. You have to have every Apple product, from iPhone to iPad, MacBook, everything. Okay, so let's move on. So we finished 3 things, which is important. Don't get me wrong, action figures, let's put it in honorable mention. It's not the number 3. Okay, Apple product is number 2. So now let's move on to some deeper categories. Okay, this may not seem like a big deal at first, but it's a huge deal if you want to become a millionaire, or at least make some money. You need to have at least 5 or 6 gaming controllers. You know why I'm saying this? Because it's all about the long-term game. Okay, it's all about the long-term investment. You can have an Xbox controller, 2 Xbox controller, or 2 PlayStation controller, whatever you play game with, right? But you don't know when it's going to break, Okay, there is a huge problem with controllers, the draft or whatever they call it, right? These are broke people problem. Okay, if you have at least 5 controllers, you know, whenever one controller break, you can play with the other controller. So keep in mind, having a controller is not like something very expensive. If you cannot even buy 5 controllers, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, just keep that in mind. 5 controllers. Okay, I even reduce it 4 controllers. Okay, the controllers are very cheap, but make sure you buy from trustful source. Don't buy those second hand, these fucking unknown brand controller. If you're going to buy a controller, buy it from Sony or Microsoft. Okay, because you know the images matter. Okay, 5 controllers or 4 controllers, it's fine. And the last thing, last but not least, okay, this indeed a very important thing. This is the most important thing out of the whole list. Having enough RAM. And now when we talk about enough RAM, what is enough RAM, right? So back in 2000, let's just go 2015, okay, 10 years before, if you have 8 GB RAM, 8 gigabytes of RAM, that would be enough for you back in the day. But the same guy who had 32 GBs RAM in 2010, look at how much money he saved. He have 32 GB RAM in his PC or a gaming laptop, which is a waste of money, but still you have 32 GB RAM in 2015. And now in 2024, you don't need to buy RAM. So pack up as much as RAM as possible. Okay, the sky is the limit with the RAM. Okay, you cannot have enough RAM. Okay, there's always going to be bigger and better RAM. Okay, simply, so personally I have 200 GBs of RAM because you know I'm a millionaire and all that shit. But even though that, it's not enough for me. Okay, in next 4 years I'm going to update my RAM. Okay, if I want to play the latest and greatest game and to do video editing, you need RAM. Okay, and I would put GPU as well, graphic cards. It's much better to update your graphic card every year. Whenever Nvidia release a new graphic card, you should buy it, you know, whatever means necessary. So these are the things. So this just to fix your mindset. First you buy these things, and after that you have to put your name for my course. Okay, we teach everybody. We teach the guy like you how to become millionaire, the mindset and all that shit. Leave a subscribe and see you next time. Next time you better be a fucking millionaire. Okay, but subscribe. Okay, cheers.